So what's the difference between a home inspection and a HUD appraisal? Hey everybody, it's Adam Meek with Adam Meek Real Estate, and that's kind of a question I get a lot from first-time buyers, anybody that's looking for an FHA, DVA, or an RDA or USDA loan. Those are typically first-time home buyer loans, or can be. And they all have one thing in common in that they can have both a home inspection and a HUD appraisal. So a HUD appraisal is not just a regular appraisal where an appraiser comes out and takes a look at the property to determine value, but they're also looking at some things inside the home to make sure that there's some safety things there that will protect the occupant. But really what it boils down to, the difference between a home inspection and a HUD appraisal is that the home inspection is geared to look at the mechanicals of the home, and it's geared towards the buyer who's paying for that home inspection to let them know about, or to look at the plumbing and the electrical and the foundation and the roof, the furnace, all those things that can add up to quite a bit of money if you have to replace systems or something like that in the home in the first few years. And to give the buyer an idea of where they're looking in the next few years, some things they need to kind of keep an eye on or maybe even look at replacing potentially. There are some things there too that if they are deal breakers for the buyer, if there's a contingency in the offer, the offer is contingent on inspection, it allows them to be able to get out of that contract and not make several $100,000 mistake. So, if the foundation's bad or, there's something structurally wrong with the home or a deal breaker that you can't get resolved or negotiated with the seller, that'd be an opportunity for you as the buyer, to get out of that situation. And the appraisal really is for the bank to make sure that both the bank and one of those institutions, either the FHA or the Department of Agriculture or the Department of Veterans Affairs, isn't loaning money on a property that's not worth the money that a buyer's agreed to pay for that property. So those are the main differences between a home inspection and an FHA or DVA or RDA appraisal, a HUD appraisal or inspection. And then, here's a pro tip for you guys. Whether you're a seller or a buyer, it's really a good idea whenever you have some things that are negotiated to be taken care of, either repaired or something like that, prior to closing. It's a really good idea to make sure that somebody would take pictures of each one of those things for the punch list and make sure that it's completed. It does nobody any good to get down to closing, doing the final walkthrough, sometimes either the night before or the day of closing, and then find out that there's some stuff that was supposed to be taken care of as part of the inspection process, or the lender required repairs to be able to close, and they didn't get done. That puts a lot of stress on everybody that doesn't necessarily need to be done. So if you think this stuff is helpful, go ahead and give me a like and a share. Give me some comments. If you have questions about anything, I always am open to questions and am happy to help however I can answer your real estate questions. That's it for now. Have a great evening.